Good morning, and thank you for joining us again for this period of Bible study. Many of us are familiar with the story of Job and his suffering. He lost his possessions, his wealth, his children, and finally his health. Near the end of the book of Job, in chapters 38 through 41, God asked Job a series of questions which confirmed that God is God. It was not that Job doubted the existence of God. He simply wondered, what is God doing? He knew that he was not guilty of some secret, heinous sin, yet he was suffering beyond description. Is God arbitrary? Is he in control? Is he amused? Out of the whirlwind comes an emphatic declaration. The God of Job lives and cares for Job. We, like Job, can lose sight of who God is while suffering. But when we encounter God in the world and in the Word, we are reassured that God lives and is the powerful Creator, the benevolent Sustainer, and the perfect Ruler. See God, first of all, as the powerful Creator. God began the enlightening conversation with Job with one of the most biting questions. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Chapter 38 and verse 4. He then followed with a challenge. Tell me if you have understanding. Job, who claimed to have such insight at times, was asked, who determined its measurements? Surely you know. Job didn't know, but God did, because he created it. Next, see God as the benevolent Sustainer. As the sun rises and sets, God sustains the created order with a loving interest for its inhabitants. Job 38, beginning with verse 12. Have you commanded the morning since your days began, and caused the dawn to know its place, that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, and the wicked be shaken out of it? It takes on form like clay under a seal, and stands out like a garment. From the wicked their light is withheld, and the upraised arm is broken. By an examination of other meteorological phenomena, the Lord informed the high-minded that all of heaven and earth are within the divine administration. The Lord created and controls the inanimate world, and he likewise cares for the animate creation. By taking into account the feeding of the great and small, the procreation of the unattended, the freedom and survival of the wild donkey, the independence and strength of the wild ox, the humorous and perplexing behavior of the ostrich, the power and courage of the war horse, the majestic nature of soaring fowl, the Lord in pictures made known what Job so desperately needed to know. God is the benevolent Sustainer. Finally, see God as the perfect Ruler. After God's questions, Job was speechless. He said that he would not speak anymore. He had more to learn, however, for God continued. The Lord of all creation summoned God to accept the top positions for earth's Department of Justice. He asked Job if he had the power needed to do the job. He instructed him to put on his regal array and disperse the rage of his anger, verses 10 and 11. He suggested that Job, if he had the ability, could cause the wicked and helpless to be helpless and humiliated, judged and punished. These verses 7 through 13, prepared Job to consider the thought of verse 14. Can you save yourself? Then God paraded two foreboding creatures before Job, the behemoth and Leviathan. They were only creatures. Everything under heaven is mine, the Lord affirmed. The Lord's point in providing this description is simply this. If man cannot contest successfully with the Leviathan, he surely cannot stand against God. And that would include Job. There's nothing that God does not know, and there is nothing more powerful than he. Since the dawn of mankind, the Creator has been governing by his omnipotent hand with a genuine concern for man. Thank you again for joining us to study God's Word. Please join us every Monday morning at 10 a.m. for more study. You're also invited to join us for our assemblies each week. On Sundays we have Bible classes for all ages at 9:30 and worship at 10:30 and 6. Our Wednesday Bible study is at 7. Our worship assemblies on Sunday are live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. If you are interested in studying God's Word, we offer Bible correspondence courses through the mail. We can also engage in a personal face-to-face Bible study. If interested, you can contact us through any of the means scrolling across your screen. Thank you again and have a wonderful day.